Lecode is a platform for building and assembling reusable source code modules called bricks. It's an incredibly fast way to build sophisticated Android apps. Let's see how we can quickly build a task list app. The app we are going to build will call a web service, download the tasks, cache them in a local SQLite database, and display them in a list view. There will also be a refresh action on the action bar. When a task is selected, more details will be displayed on a new screen. On devices with larger screens, such as tablets, the list of tasks and task details will be displayed side by side on the same screen. Imagine how much time you would have to spend to write and debug an app such as this. Now let's see how we can build this app with Lecode in less than 5 minutes. Lecode is an Eclipse plugin that's designed to seamlessly integrate with the tools you are already familiar with. With Lecode, you build apps with bricks, modular units that package how-tos and best practices. Lecode generates editable source code in your workspace so that you can tweak it however you like. Let's choose an appropriate app brick from the available app templates and enter the basic information about the app. Advanced options are automatically populated. The List App brick pre-packages a few screens for you to start with, and you can add or remove screens as needed. The Web Data List screen brick calls a web service, caches the downloaded data, and displays it in a list view. It consists of 2 bricks, Action Bar and Web Data List. Now let's add a refresh action on the action bar. Lecode pre-populates most of the parameters, so we only need to change those that require customization. The Web Data brick creates helper classes that make HTTP requests and cache the downloaded JSON data in a local SQLite database. You can query the live web service in the wizard and get a sample response. Lecode trims the response and creates a prototype of the data that will be cached. Anything that you don't want to cache in the app can be removed. The SQLite DB brick creates the necessary table and content provider classes and corresponding entries in the manifest. The cursor list brick inserts a list view into an activity or fragment and populates it with a cursor loaded using a cursor loader. Again, you can decide which database columns to show in the list, and Lecode takes care of generating the corresponding Java and layout code. The detail screen brick creates a new activity and fragment that display a single record in the database. We can choose which columns to display on the screen. We are using the same cursor loader for the detail screen. Next, we can create a splash screen that fades in when the app starts. Now we are almost done. By clicking the Finish button, we'll have a working app in seconds. Lecode generates a standard Android project according to the configuration that we have just completed. Resource files including default images, layout files, and style files are also generated. Now let's see how our app looks when it's running. With Lecode, it's easier and faster than ever to build Android apps in the IDE and languages you are already familiar with.